So basically, if you've been living under a rock, you might have heard of this little movie called K-Pop Demon Hunters. This movie broke the internet over the summer and still kind of is. One of the things I feel this movie doesn't get as much credit for is its style of musical storytelling. This is not a musical in the conventional sense. It's a movie with songs in it. And the difference for me is how the songs are integrated. These are like fundamental parts of the character's identity. You think of other musicals like Dear Evan Hansen, Has Been Hotel, the animated series, Hamilton. The songs are used to tell the story, this non-diegetic heartbeat to the entire production. This integrates it in such a unique way. The music is, like I said, it's part of the character's spirits, it's part of their souls. The reason that they sing is because it's part of who they are. I have one exception to this rule, though. One song which I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of. Free. And it's not because it's a bad song. Don't get me wrong, I respect it for what the song is and what it is, and I have fun listening to it. I think it's got some gorgeous harmonies, but my biggest problem with Free is that it's a tonal whiplash. This feels like the movie trying to be a conventional wisdom. This like love ballad, love duet is something you'd see it's something like 17 or 17 from Heathers or Only Us from Dear Evan Hansen, and I'm just like, it just feels like a tonal whiplash for me. But I'm a fair man, so I'm wondering, was I completely wrong? I'm overdue a re-listen and a rewatch of the animation with this, so I figured I'd give this song another chance, because one counter-argument I have seen with the point, I've talked about it with certain people, is that What It Sounds Like exists, which is effectively a song that comes out of nowhere and acts as this big group ensemble number. But like I said, that's the songs coming from the spirit, which the same applies here, but it feels more like a tonal whiplash. I don't know, but I'm blabbering on about it. Let's get on to this. See if a rewatch and a re-listen can change my mind on this song. Drop the video a like if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel too, and let's go. Free. Let's turn it up a little bit. Okay, first thing I will say, I do really like the animation intro. It's sort of, let's go back to that animation intro. It tells us the context of the entire scene within 4 frames. It tells us the entire context of the scene within 4 frames. That is genius storytelling. And again, one of the reasons why this technically is so brilliant is it tells in such little words, and it really sets up a sort of music video angle to this. I know obviously I'm looking at the song itself, but respecting to the creative choices made for this specific lyric video, it's almost like set up like an actual music video from a chart-topping artist or something, which, to be fair, they have topped the charts quite significantly. I think every single song on the album is like in the Billboard Top 100 now. Is it still the Billboard Top 100? I'm not sure.
I tried to hide, but something broke. I tried to sing, couldn't hit the notes. The words kept catching in my throat. I tried to smile, I was suffocating though. But here with you, I can finally breathe. You say you're no good, but you're good for me. I've been hoping.
First thing that I think what really makes the songs in specifically stand out, like all of the singers on Huntrix and Soulja Boy's included, all the singers stand out, but Rumi's voice especially is a real standout to me. Like typically with female protagonists in movies that sing, you typically get like up here in the kind of the more mezzo register, up where they run, up where they stay, up here in the sun, like really up there. Obviously I'm doing it in falsetto, but that tone and that kind of richness, the purity of that tone, whereas with Rumi, I try to hide, can hit the note, it's more breathy, it's more vulnerable as well, but it's also like much deeper and much definitely more like chest dominant. Try to hide, try to hit the notes. Like, it's just so good, man. Also, I really like that little bit where it was the lyrical storytelling. Words kept catching in my throat. I really like how it's slightly offbeat to show, again, I don't even need to explain the symbolism behind it. If you've seen the movie, then you know, like, this is not me critiquing the song itself. The song itself is really good. So, again, let's continue on, shall we?
Change now, I know we can change, but I won't if you're not by my side. Why does it feel right every time I let you in?
Just little details like the little side. I can't do the run, but just a tiny little run showing just a crack of confidence coming through. Just the whole song is a journey, and I think that's what so many people don't forget is you are acting and singing through the entire song. Every little detail that you make through every millisecond in this song, you can make it seem like a choice. It will seem like a choice. Even unintentionally, stuff that you do, it can create, small bits can create so much meaning. And that tiny little detail of that little run is showing a spark of confidence returning in her voice. And it's the journey that she's going on, accompanied with the smile in the animation.
I feel like I can tell you anything. All the secrets that keep me in chains and all the damage that might make me dangerous. You got a dark side, guess you're not the only one. What if we both try fighting what we're running from? We can't fix it if we never face it. What if we find a way to escape it? We could be free, free. We can't fix it if we never.
The reverb on that free is so nice. It's just, the mixing in this is incredible.
Never face it. Let the past be the past till it's weightless.
Oh, time goes by and I lose perspective. Yeah, hope only hurts, so I just forget it. But you're breaking through all the dark in me when I thought that nobody could. And you're waking up all these parts of me that I thought were buried for good. Between imposter and this monster, I've been lost inside my head. Ain't no choice when all these voices keep me pointing towards no end. It's just easy when I'm with you. No one sees me the way you do. I don't trust it, but I want to. I keep coming back to why does it.
I feel like musically, because I feel like I would definitely hate this if this was more like an actual, like a properly slower ballad, like a slower duet ballad. That would just, like, stereotypical, but this actually plays with its genre and the kind of rap sections, the faster paced lyrics you get in K-pop, and uses that to create something. Because, like, the faster lyrics, they represent something. They represent just thoughts flooding through his head. Not only is it kind of, it's him being trapped in his own thoughts and those demons, but also him trying to accept that, because he's come from a position where he is a demon, and he's come from a position where this human, someone who's supposed to be his enemy, is trying to reach through and break down these walls. All these kind of like words, da 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 da, and it's just all coming at him all at once until he eventually goes down into the slower chorus. What does it feel like? Like, really. I don't hate the song. I don't hate any song in this, but
Feel right every time I let you in. Why does it feel like I can tell you anything?
I'm just being stubborn at this
We
point.
can't fix it if we never face it. What if we find a way to escape it? We could be free. We can't fix it if.
Harmonies just feel so full. Again, just and it makes everything from the reverb, the blah 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 blah, the reverbed free, like the reverb that from there just make it feel so much emptier. And now there's a harmony involved. It's kind of more fuller, more booming, and it feels less absent. Just little choices, little choices. That's how much your music can make a difference.
We never face it. Let the past be the past till it's weightless.
So take my hand, it's over.
Also, you'll notice this little cloud color aura flash thing is the same colors that are used in. They're the same colors that's used in What It Sounds Like. The exact same colors, only they take up the entire screen. Here, those colors are only at the bottom, whereas above, it's still slightly dim, dusk blue sky. So, but it's poking through. This is like the first time, really use of. I'm not sure what the word is, but there's a specific word for like color. I'm just going to call it color symbolism. Like, anybody who's an artist or an animator, and if you know there's a specific word behind it, please let me know. Let me add to my repertoire. So, I want to show off all these big fancy words that I know in my lovely accent.
I try to hide, but something broke. I couldn't sing, but you give me hope.
We can't fix it if we never
couplet,
face
man.
it. Let the past be the past till it's weightless.
I'll need to let that cook, I'm going to be honest. I need to let that resonate a bit because it's a lovely song, of course. It's such a lovely song, and I'm like I said, I don't hate a single song in this movie, man. I think it still kind of feels like a tonal whiplash, ever so slightly, but less so than when I first watched it. I think I was so enraptured in the other songs and how they were specifically integrated, but this is the first sign of it because the choices in the music are still carrying the story along, like little in the couplets, the rhythm scheme, like I mentioned. There's the da 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 da. There's the slightly offbeat lyrics that Rumi sings, "Cuts in my throat," like really, really, really off. But so there's definitely, the song itself has substance. It's just, for me, it doesn't connect as much as, say, Golden or What It Sounds Like. And I know obviously there are songs in the musical, sorry, I nearly called it a musical. Damn it. Songs in the movie that are supposed to be you're supposed to feel a disconnect from it, like with Your Idol and Soda Pop. Soda Pop especially is supposed to be like a cheesy pop song. It has pop in the name, for crying out loud. But I just love this movie in general, man. But I think this is always gonna be my least favorite. I'm gonna be honest. It's always gonna be my least favorite song, and it's not that I think it's bad. Like I mentioned, how many times have I said that? I don't think this song is bad. I don't think it is. I personally think the other songs fit better. But a re-listen gave me appreciation to some little things that, you know, vocally and lyrically as well, and even like editing wise, like with some of the reverb choices. And also, another thing I want to mention is how close must Rumi be to her microphone when she's doing that. That's the thing, like, dynamics with your microphone. When you're going into bass, you're more personal, more, they pick up the bass a bit more, and it's more kind of intimate. You're kind of in her thoughts, but then she kind of pulls it back when it comes to, what does it feel like? And there's just obviously that's kind of dynamics. That's dynamic control just in general, but it's really cool, like how that's her more allowing herself more to kind of more of herself out because she's feeling more safe in this instance. And I love the romance in this, I'm going to be honest. I think as much as this song, I'm indifferent to this song in particular, don't hate it, just indifferent. It's, I think the romance is so organically, created within the movie. And, like, there's no, like, oh, they've met and they just fell in love. It's grown through natural chemistry and their growing bond as Demon. They feel like they're the only ones that can talk to each other about it. It's so organic and it's natural. And I do suspect Gino will return in the second movie. I feel like the response from fans for this movie is gonna put some hard pressure on him returning for the second one. So yeah, honestly, this is my first crack at one of these. Please let me know. And I just want to emphasize before I finish this, I am not a vocal coach or like a specifically trained singer. Like, I have a drama degree. I have 7 years of theater slash acting experience, but I want to learn. And through listening and identifying these different, through these different music and these different creative choices, and how I can apply that into my own work and just grow from that. That's what I want to do with this channel. Is I want to grow as like a performer as I kind of analyze this and apply it into my own singing and just me as a person. Like some creative choice, things like making me think outside the box just in general about stuff. I really feel a deep connection to music and storytelling, and it's so important to me personally. But anyways, this is Jack Cunningham / Little LVA speaking, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Drop the video a like if you enjoy, and yeah, cheerio guys.